to read the story. One tore through the sky and fell on Earth. Its turning light fell upon the Aruma's eyes. A light even brighter than from the battle with a beam. A gust of destruction blew past them. The barrier dissipated. The Duke had sacrificed his life to shield the Crusader. With his life force depleted, the Duke falls to the ground. The room is left speechless as he touches before. But there was no time for sorrow for either Arum or the Crusader. The fall of the World Wand exposed the World Legacy, World Arc, and activated it. The fallen Duke was then consumed by the World Arc. The power the World Arc has over life and death was infused with the godly power of Duke. And this combination took the form of a two-headed dragon. Guard Dragon and Drag, which then descended toward Arum. The guard dragons had awakened. The shattering power rippled through the planet and reshaped each world legacy into a dragonic form. For Demi. If you were liking this stream so far, make sure you leave a like, or the OverLord will get you. Now for the next one. Even as the world legacy took the forms of dragons, Minshiro was not fazed by their threat. Revival. That was the sole thing that pushed him forward. Carrying the body of Ib in his arms, he approached the mechanical doll. Minshiro attempts to revive Ib's soul, using the key to control the World Arc and its power over life and death. And finally, at long last, a brother's wish for his sister was to be fulfilled. The doll slowly absorbs Ib's remains. Smile for me again, like you used to before. Inshu calls upon Ib. Ib and the doll become one. The soul's revival is complete. However, the soul now bound within the mechanical body was not that of whom he sought for. The smile on her face was not the compassionate smile of Ib, but a wicked grin frozen in place. A smile belonging to Lee, who had merged with Ib's soul. Ooh! The resurrected Lee took control of the puppet, and using the power of the key, she decimated what remained of Ib's soul. Oh! She then called upon the now dragonic world legacies and consumed them, growing to enormous size. By consuming Ib's remains in the 5 dragons, Lee turned into a monster known as the Nightmare Incarnation Id Lee. Italy then used the power of the key and the world legacy to create a cruller as large as a mountain named Thunis X Cruller. Imarum and his allies noticed that the spinal protrusion stretching from the Thunis was connected to the sealed great darkness. Okay. As they approach to stop it, a dreadful black dragon blocks their way. It had been consumed by a deathly force and become Italy's vanguard. It used to be Ibdo. Now he had become world legacy Dragon Marduk. Dang. Let's see if I can unlock this. No. After the battle with the ore crust and being engulfed in the shattering world, the Crusader was left barely standing. And now world legacy Guard Dragon Marduk stands in their way. Was it inevitable that the Great Darkness would fall into Lee's hands? Just as Arum was about to give in, a flying dragon lands before Italy. Ooh. It was Gardron Jakasika from the Forest of the Stars. The shimmering blue dragon used its power to rip out Ib's body that was bound to Italy. From that moment, it began to shine brighter, enveloping the area with a flash. Then the light gathered. As Arum opened his eyes, he sees the figure of a young. Their time in the village, their quest for the world legacy. He had shared his hardships and joys with her. It was none other than Ib. She had supposedly been destroyed by Lee, yet she stood before his eyes. Arum and Ib were reunited once again. Yet there was no time to rejoice, as another calamity soon occurred. Italy's body, now separated from the key and its inheritor, Ib, could no longer control the world legacy and went into overdrive. Italy howls at Arum and Ib to turn to Marduk, who has suffered a similar fate. To save their friend, Imdok, from the deathly force possessing him, they attempt to call upon his soul. Their call drives it from his body and awakens his soul within. The awakened Imdok amplifies his life force and is reborn as the divine dragon world chalice Guard Dragon Al-Marduk. Even during this transformation, Italy's rampage continued. And at last, the monstrosity dug up by Thunis X Crawler reared its head. Upon seeing the abomination, Ib explains, "This is the true form of the Great Darkness. It is the embodiment of the divine power. World gears of theological hold on, 1 second. Demiurgy. If I got that wrong, oh well. Alright. Woo! Hey, thanks for stopping by earlier. Alright. Ninjutsu originally attempted to use the key in the machine's body to control the Dragonic world legacies, and thus tried to revive Ib's soul. However, this procedure failed. It instead awakened Lee, who took control of her body and spirit. As Ninjutsu falls into despair, a miracle happens before his eyes. A shining blue dragon appears and fuses with Ib's remains. As a result, his sister, the person he cherished more than anyone else, has returned. Was he dreaming? Is this real? What has happened? As Ninjutsu considered this, he feels something reach out to his soul. It was what remains of a fading mind, belonging to the vessel made to house Ib's soul. It was the echo of the doll's final thoughts. It was nothing more than an artificial body, but perhaps through the power of its host, or because of the power of the key. The empty vessel grew a consciousness that was neither Ib or Lee. Who the conscious belonged to, or if it was similar to humans, the doll did not know. However, it still had a heart to care for its master. When the newly revived Lee attempted to erase the soul of Ib, the doll transferred Ib's soul to World Legacy World Chalice in the forest of the stars and sacrificed itself to save her. Ironically, this was the same method Lee used to deceive humankind. But Lee failed to notice, as the purity of the doll's heart was indistinguishable from Ib's. Having heard this final echo, Ninjutsu clutched the sash that had belonged to Ib, the doll, in gratitude, and stood with renewed determination. So, with this, give me 1 second. But, real quick, make sure you plant a root and plant your root inside this channel by subscribing to the channel to join more action-packed adventures like this one. And also, use your power to hit that notification bell for a chance to be the 3rd ever Adventure MVP with perks with it if you win the 3rd ever Adventure MVP privilege, like a gift card coming with it and stuff like that soon. So, with that being said, and you can stay up to date with adventures like Wrestling Friday coming up in 2 days and Combat Tuesday within a week. Hey, make sure you make sure you're up to date with the adventures that are happening. So with this, that being said, I enter character. The door creaks open. Who dares enter my realm? I'm sorry, Master Dex. I'm sorry, Master Dex. But, and then they'll, go on and on for a long time. But in general, Master Dex finds out the story of why the waste bag comes in. And is he pleased? We'll find out. And Master Kage with a K sent him to deliver the message. Master Dex and Master Kage. They are the Dark Lords. Not Overlord, but Dark Lords of this Dark Realm. And they are ready to deal with the prisoner, the outcast of the Dark Realm, the wanderer who stumbled upon the realm of darkness, the one who refuses to be broken. And the message has been delivered to Master Dex. You can read the full story in the description down below. More Demi Roots streams coming soon. And with that, I say, this little quick summary as well. This will be this waste bag sent him a message that the prisoner, that Master Kage wants Master Dex to break him. Break the unbreakable prisoner for the Overlord. Will Master Dex do it? Will he be up for the challenge? Find out next time on Demi Roots. Alright. Alright, the question, like I said, the updates for Wrestling Friday will be coming up very soon. In 2 days, I got a finale coming up, and can't wait to do that. And, well,
Who's in the
Three, two, one. Termination of the journey. Love y'all. See you when the journey continues.